Hi everybody, Fran Cassady. It is the 25th of April 2020. Um, for those of you who do not know me, I started online 7 years ago. I developed Francides.com and CastNetHosting.com. And I'm a partner with Karatbars, an important affiliate company. And also an important investing company. Um, I like to use the word saving company because it is for saving, making a savings account in small units of gold, grams of gold. Um, you're not taking any chances with saving in small units of gold. Whereas investing implies, of course, some risk involved. Also, I'm an affiliate with um, World Profit. And today, I would like to. I actually went back in my files and took out a um, uh, health and wellness article I had written 5 years ago. I think it's still very much uh, relevant to the times that we're in right now for health and wellness. And I think people will get some information, good information from it. Um, and with that, um, I think what I will do is I can go over it in a tutorial quickly, and I will also leave the article on IBO Toolbox. So basically, um, the people in IBO Toolbox can read the article, and other people on social media and on YouTube um, can take a look at the tutorial. Think that'll work. So anyway, with that information, the article is on coenzyme Q10, and it's kind of interesting. I think it's helped me quite a bit with health and wellness um, from several different perspectives, but it's an interesting nutrient, one that is so important that it can be overlooked. Um, but once you get a feel for what it does, I think you will agree with me that it is a significant nutrient from several different perspectives. So, with that introduction, let's get into it right away. Why coenzyme Q10? Coenzyme Q10 or um, ubiquinol or vitamin Q or ubiquinone literally keeps human beings alive because of its functionality in every cell of the body. So, why is CoQ10 so important to human health? It functions as an energy producer in every cell in which it finds its home within the mitochondria. Coenzyme Q10 has been described as a vitamin like substance. Recall from your high school biology class that a mitochondrium is what they call an organelle within a human cell. The human cell is what they call a eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotic cell. Um, so eukaryotic cells are contain organelles found in plants and animals, and they have DNA in the nucleus. The mitochondria are responsible for energy production. So, like an usher serving as an official doorkeeper, the CoQ10 molecule is stationed in the mitochondria to lead the way for cellular respiration, generating energy in the form of ATP. And I think we've all heard of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which is an organic compound that provides energy to drive many processes in living cells. For example, muscle contraction, nerve impulse propagation, chemical synthesis, virtually all movement within the human body is provided by ATP. But the reason for CoQ10 to be so important to human health is not only its energy production, but also its antioxidant functions within the cell. Do you need to buy a micronutrient supplement, or can we obtain the nutrient from food? And that depends, of course, on the food you eat and how old you are. The foods that provide significant coenzyme Q10 are the following organ meats, such as heart, liver, and kidney, as well as beef, soy, oil, sardines, mackerel, and peanuts. And you'll get a little bit better feel for why organ meats in a minute here. Coenzyme Q10 is so important because it's a predominant antioxidant that works like natural vitamin E and natural vitamin C. The number of mitochondria within a eukaryotic cell, human cell, depends on the significance of the cell to which the mitochondria belongs. If it's a heart cell, there are thousands of mitochondria, about 5,000 per mitochondrium, because of the immense amount of constant energy, ATP, that must be created. And if you think about the heart and how it 24/7 duty, you can see where the amount of energy created, the amount of energy that it needs. Looking at it from this perspective, you can see why there is so much hype around CoQ10 being so heart healthy and necessary for optimum cardiorespiratory functions. Other body vital organs as well have high mitochondria organelles in their cells for the same reason that the cardiovascular system has. Principally, the heart requires large number of mitochondria, as we talked about. Tissue of the bicep muscle has about 200 mitochondria per cell. relatively few, of course. So you can see the significance of vital organs compared to non-vital organs relative to coenzyme Q10. As an energy carrier, CoQ10 molecule has what is called the oxygen reduction cycle, like the other antioxidant molecules, vitamin E and vitamin C. And that is kind of the basis of antioxidants, this oxidation slash reduction cycle. The reduced coenzyme Q10 molecule is the state by which its antioxidant function works so well. Because the coenzyme Q10 molecule is the energy producer, the molecule perpetually goes through an antioxidant goes through an oxidation reduction cycle. As it accepts electrons, it becomes reduced. This oxidation reduction cycle is the key to understanding antioxidant activity within the human cell. In a reduced state, the antioxidant molecule accepts electrons. It holds electrons very loosely, which allows the molecule to give up an electron quite efficiently, thus keeping other molecules like fat molecules from becoming oxidized, hence the antioxidant activity. This means that the antioxidant molecule gives up an electron to keep an intracellular molecule healthy. Oxidation occurs when a molecule loses an electron or increases its oxidation state. Free radical damage is primarily associated with oxidative damage. CoQ10 is a non-essential antioxidant nutrient in the human body, as the human body produces endogenous CoQ10. By endogenous, I mean it's produced within the human body. However, as the body ages, there is a paucity of CoQ10, a shortage of CoQ10. The turndown of production slowly starts at a very early age, around 20, so you can see the deficiency becoming an issue as you get into middle age. You become more susceptible to disease as you get older if you don't follow, maintain, and understand the antioxidant process. One thing is certain, you'll need to maintain healthy CoQ10 levels, but now you can see why you become more inclined to aging and disease, as there is a sharp relationship between nutrients and aging. We had mentioned the cardiovascular system above and how CoQ10 plays such a vital role in mitochondria function of the heart muscle. There is important research that demonstrates the same antioxidant processes in the arteries and the capillaries, as well as the veins and venules. Keep in mind the cardiovascular system is very, very large, huge. The heart is the vital organ, but the arteries and veins comprise the system. The cardiovascular system is about 60,000 miles long, with capillaries making up about 80%. Just as vitamin C provides collagen to keep these conduits of the cardiovascular transportation system strong and pliable, CoQ10 helps stop the unyielding oxidation of blood cholesterol. LDL, or bad cholesterol, is neutralized by antioxidant molecule CoQ10. CoQ10 is a significant protector of not only the heart muscle, but also the cardiovascular system, the huge cardiovascular system. Age is not the only cause of a dearth of CoQ10. There can be a disease issue within the human body towards which a huge amount of CoQ10 is needed and direction. So, for example, if there's an issue with the liver or kidneys, this would create a deficit in other vital organs like the heart that need continuous large amount of the nutrient. Cardiomyopathy, or basically a weakened or malfunctioning heart, is the number one cause of death in older persons. Basically, the heart becomes weakened and enlarged and fails to pump enough blood for optimum health. And you can see the significance of pumping enough blood through 60,000 miles of pathway. Recall the significance of a healthy heart's ability to pump blood through the cardiovascular system and the adverse effects if it fails to reach the periphery of the human body via the capillaries. Studies have shown that CoQ10 has had a lowering effect on blood pressure. Think about CoQ10 antioxidant functions and its role in keeping LDL cholesterol from oxidizing. Hence, you'll lower the blood pressure. In cardiovascular disease, there can be an accumulation of LDL cholesterol in a crack on the artery wall. And I had mentioned above that the antioxidant vitamin C keeps the artery wall smooth and pliable and prevents cracks and fissures. And that's through its ability to manufacture collagen. Coenzyme Q10 prevents the oxidation of LDL cholesterol with its antioxidant activities. You can see why CoQ10 is a highly touted antioxidant, and it's right up there in status with natural vitamin C and natural vitamin E. It's interesting to note that other countries have CoQ10 as a prescription drug prescribed by doctors for primarily cardiovascular and health issues. In the U.S., CoQ10 is an over-the-counter, aka OTC, nutrient and supplement. The OTC dosages are lower, of course, than the prescribed dosages that are used in Europe. And the OTC is always what they call grass, which means that they are safe. They're always safe. Over the counter dosages are always safe. CoQ10 has always been shown to increase human function, as studies confirm in lower animals. There are huge gains in antibody production after supplementation of just 60 milligrams per day of the nutrient. And that is significant for the crisis that we are in right now with the COVID-19 virus spreading like wildfire. Finally, since the brain's mitochondria are so susceptible to free radicals and subsequent brain deterioration, such as Alzheimer's and an array of other brain diseases, CoQ10 offers important help in neutralizing the free radicals in the brain. CoQ10 can be thought of as an important guardian of the brain, like antioxidants, natural vitamin C and natural vitamin E. It can also strengthen the immune system for a certain kind of specialized immune cell. And keep in mind what I had talked about above with its effect on the immune functions and the huge gains in antibody production. Be sure to communicate effectively with your doctor or nutritionist and other relevant health care professionals regarding adding CoQ10 as a micronutrient supplement. And that ends the presentation. I hope you got something out of it. All successful people, men and women, are big dreamers. They imagine what their future could be, ideal in every respect, and then they work every day towards their distant vision, that goal or purpose. And that's from Brian Tracy, who always has something interesting and positive to deliver to the fold. Okay, with that, that is my presentation for CoQ10. Hope you got a lot out of it. Like I said, I think it's more relevant than ever with the current crisis that we are in, and it is an important nutrient and important from obviously from a human health and wellness perspective. So with that, I will let you go. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.